Thanks for applying with us at Easy Finance. If you're thinking about taking out a loan with us, here are some things you should know. We are required to provide you with this information under the Credit Contracts and Consumer Finance Act 2003. This disclosure sets out key information about your loan with us. We also have technical terms explained more fully on our website. Look for a document at the bottom of the website called Key Terms Explained. Okay, let's get started. You should read your loan agreement carefully. It is a legal contract. If you do not understand anything in the agreement, please let us know or obtain independent advice. You should keep your loan agreement and any other documents we give you in a safe place. If you change your mind, the law gives you a limited right to cancel the loan. We will explain more about this a little later. Let's start to get to know your loan agreement. Top right on the page is your personal account number. Your account number will also be your reference number for your automatic payment setup. The effective date of statement is the date that you sign the document and it takes effect. The account name is the name of the account holder, that is you. Full name and address of the creditor. These are the details for Easy Finance Limited because we are providing you the loan. Full name and address of debtors. These are your details. If you're using a guarantor, their details will also be showing. Please check that all details are correct before signing the document. Credit details. This shows the amount of the loan advanced to you, including all fees. Total advances. This is the total amount you have borrowed, including all fees. The types of fees you may pay include an establishment fee, credit check fee or bank statement fees. These fees cover the cost to Easy Finance to draw up the loan. If insurance has been added to your loan, then this will show under insurance. Easy Finance will have given you an option on this. Please remember that insurance is optional. If you have any questions about the fees or insurance, please ask us and we can provide further explanation. Payments. This shows the number of payments you need to make to repay the loan. This section sets out the date of the first and last payment, including the values of these payments. It will also show whether the payments are weekly, fortnightly or monthly. Please check that these are in line with your income or payday dates. Total amount of payments. This then gives you the total amount to pay over the length of your loan. Interest. This shows your annual fixed interest rate and the daily interest rate. Total interest charges. This is the total amount of interest charges that you will pay under the contract. If you choose to pay extra or more than your scheduled amount, then you will pay less interest over the term of your loan. There are no penalties for doing this. Method of charging interest. Interest charges are calculated by multiplying the unpaid balance at the end of the day by a daily interest rate. The daily interest rate is calculated by dividing the annual interest rate by 365 days. Interest is charged to your account on your scheduled repayment dates. Account maintenance fee. Every morning, Easy Finance reconcile accounts and we make sure that payments match your account. Then this is processed in our system and checked off by administration. This represents a cost and is not income-based. This has already been calculated in your total payments and will not show as an extra fee. Credit fees and charges. This fee has already been included in your total cost of payments. We set it out so you know exactly how much it is. Continuing disclosure. You will be sent an account statement every 6 months, which gives you information on your account, but you can ask for one anytime free of charge upon request. When you set up an account with us, we need to identify you. To help the government fight the funding of terrorism and money laundering activities, law requires all financial institutions to obtain, verify and record information that identifies each person who takes out a loan. What does this mean for you? When you open a loan, we will ask you for your name, address, date of birth and other information that will allow us to identify you. We may also ask to see your driver's license or any other identifying documents. Now, let's cover off what happens if you miss a repayment. Firstly, if you can't meet your loan repayment commitments, please contact us at Easy Finance to discuss your circumstances. We will always work with our customers to avoid any hardship situation, and we have many options available. Default interest charges and default fees. If you haven't made a new arrangement with us, we will charge a 5% default interest on your arrears value only, not your full balance. The 5% default interest rate will be added to your annual interest rate. For example, if your rate is 15%, then you'll be charged 20% on your arrears until that has been paid. Default fees. These are fees that we may charge for not repaying the loan. These are listed for you on the disclosure. Security interest. What could happen if you fail to meet your commitments? If any property is listed under the heading security, this is a secured credit. If you fail to meet your commitments under the contract, Easy Finance may be entitled to repossess and sell this property. Easy Finance has an interest in the secured property to secure your performance of your obligations under this contract, or the payment of money payable under this contract, or both. Easy Finance will be entitled to the secured property to the extent of the unpaid balance owed by you at any time. Easy Finance has separate terms and conditions for security, and this can also be found on our website under Full Secured Contract Disclosure. Full repayment. Easy Finance do not charge an extra fee if you decide to repay the whole loan early. Sometimes things don't go according to plan. Complaints. If you're not satisfied with the service you have received from us, please contact us. We have an internal complaints process and will investigate your concerns promptly and fairly. You can make a complaint by telephone, by email or writing. The details are highlighted and it's a free service. We are a member of an independent disputes resolution scheme operated by Financial Services Complaints Limited and approved by the Ministry of Consumer Affairs. We have 40 days to respond to your complaint, but you would normally get a response within 7 working days. If you're not satisfied with our response, you can refer the matter to FSCL. It is free to lodge a complaint. Right to cancel. If you decide to cancel your loan agreement, you do this by giving us notice that you wish to cancel the loan. There is a notice period depending on how you let us know, and of course you also need to give back the balance of the loan. Face-to-face, you can cancel within 5 working days. By electronic means, you'll have 7 working days, and by post, within 9 working days. Remember, you must give notice to Easy Finance within this time, and you must give the unpaid balance back. There may be some charge for any reasonable cost to Easy Finance, such as unpaid interest. We also know that sometimes life gets tough. Unforeseen hardship. If you are unable reasonably to keep up your payments or other obligations because of illness, injury, loss of employment, the end of a relationship, or other reasonable cause, you may be able to apply to Easy Finance to vary your loan due to hardship. To apply for a hardship variation, you need to make an application in writing, explain your reasons for the hardship application, and then request one of the following: either an extension of the term of the contract, which will reduce the amount of each payment due under the contract, or a postponement of the dates of which your payments are due under the contract. Specify the period for which you want to do this to apply, or both of the above. Finally, give the hardship application to Easy Finance. We recommend that you put in your hardship application as soon as possible. If you leave it for too long, then we may need to take other steps. Registration on Financial Service Provider Register. This shows Easy Finance Limited registration number to the creditor. Debtor's signature. This is where you, the borrowers, must sign the document. You will sign the legal document of the terms and conditions, but we have broken this down for you in plain English. Remember, if you don't understand anything on the disclosure statement, then please call us on 0800 394 346. Terms and conditions of contract. Easy Finance has agreed to advance you, the borrower, the unpaid balance or money you are borrowing. You, the principal debtor or borrower, have agreed to pay back the unpaid balance, including interest and fees set out in the disclosure statement. If the principal debtor or borrowers have used a guarantor to secure the loan, the guarantor is fully liable for the loan payments should the principal debtor fail to make their scheduled payments. This will include any penalties and penalty interest. In plain English, this means that you are jointly responsible for the loan contract. You, the borrower, shall make all scheduled payments by automatic payment authority, and any variation to this needs to be approved by the lender, Easy Finance. All payments shall be made by bank transaction by 10 p.m. on any business day. Any payment made outside those hours will be treated as made on the following business day. Your scheduled payments will need to be paid by the due date and times given for the purpose of calculation of interest or a default in payment. Failure to comply with certain terms of the contract at the specified time counts as a breach of contract. Easy Finance can legally refuse partial payments and demand payment in full. This would happen if your loan has fallen into default and we have gone through our formal process demanding full payment. Easy Finance will apply all scheduled payments to your specified schedule of payments, and this is completed daily. Any change in interest rates, fees or default fees, including frequency of payments, Easy Finance will give notice to the debtor borrowers and any guarantors. Please note, interest rates will only be changed in case of hardship. Interest rates are fixed to the term of your loan, but fees may change due to operational increases. Easy Finance has the right to ask for the unpaid balance immediately if any of the following things happen. A. If the debtor or any guarantor shall die, become insolvent, or commit an act of bankruptcy. B. If the creditor ascertains that the debtor or any guarantor has made a false statement in making the application for the loan, or in any change of the terms of the contract. And C. Any breach by the debtor or any guarantor of the terms of the contract. Both debtor and any guarantors will certify by signing and acknowledge they have received a copy of the document, which sets out all of the terms and conditions of the contract between the parties other than those implied by the law.
We're Easy Finance, we make it easy. We're easyfinance.co.nz.